Hello and welcome to PSpice bipolar junction transistor characteristics tutorial. This tutorial describes some of PSpice features that can be used with a bipolar junction transistor. Okay, let's build our circuit. Okay, look. Now we select our transistor, which is Q2N2222. Here we go. We just hit enter. Put it right over here. Also, we choose our voltage source, VDC, enter. Then also current source, IDC. I'm going to just mirror vertically. Alright, and we also need ground, so we can just go right over here and select our ground. Now we need to wire our circuit. All right, let's set up our simulation profile. Actually, I already created a simulation profile, but you can go to a new simulation profile. Right here, we're going to do two sweeps. So we need one DC sweep. So we just go and select the DC sweep, and we choose the primary sweep, select it, and select voltage source. So our voltage source is V3, so we just double check it. It is V3, so we put a V3 right over here. Our sweep is going to be linear, so we select linear, and then our starting value is 0 and ending value is 10 volts, and increments is 0.1 volt. So now we need to create a secondary sweep for our current source. So we just go and select secondary sweep. We choose current source. Its name is I1, so we double check it is I1. We go select linear. The starting value is going to be 0, and the ending value is going to be 50 micro. And our step size will be 10 microamps. So hit apply and OK. Now we need to put our current marker right close to our transistor. And now we hit escape, and now we can run our simulation profile. Alright, so right here in the window we can see our basically characteristic currents basically. So, and right now we can go ahead and adjust our y-axis. So we go to plot and axis settings. So on the axis right here, user defined, we select and just put 0 milliamps so we can see our picture a little bit better. And now we can see our IC versus VCE curves in this window. All right, let's now determine our DC operating point of transistor. So for this purpose, we need a circuit that is right down here. I actually already assembled it. So, and it's right here. So just take a few moments and create this circuit. So the source voltage source is 20 volts. We have 4K resistor. Our collector resistor, the emitter resistor, 3K, and biasing resistors are R1 50K and R2 is 10K. Alright, for the next simulation we don't need any markers because we're going to have a bias point analysis. So let's go to PSpice, and again I already created the simulation profile. You just can go ahead and hit new simulation profile, and you're just gonna go and create a bias point analysis. Actually, when you have several profiles, so you can just switch between them right over here in this window. So this is my bias point analysis. So I'm just going to go and edit simulation profile. So I choose from all this window bias point analysis. Or my general settings are selected, and I also hit this include detailed bias point information. So we'll check it out later. So let's hit apply and hit OK. So right now let's go ahead and run the simulation profile. Alright, our simulation is complete, and right now we can open our output file. Right here on the output file, we can just scroll down and we can see starting characteristics right over here. So we can see our BF is right over here. So it's 255.9. So this is our characteristics that actually defines our beta. So we'll look at it later on, and then we can go ahead and scroll all the way down right here, and our resistors. So we just can transistors, I'm sorry. And we do have to look at our Q2 transistor, because as you noticed, I just put all two circuits in one schematic. So we're just gonna go ahead and just drop it down and make sure it's a Q2. This transistor is a Q2. So the one up here is Q3. So let's go ahead and look at the Q2 transistor, so we can see all the parameters right here. IB, IC, VBE. Our beta is actually right over here, 169. And we also have GM right over here as well. All right, let's now use the BJT breakout model. So just close the simulation, and right over here, just take out our transistor and substitute it by it's called Q break N model. So we hit OK, we'll put it right over here. So then we go right click on it and we edit PSpice model. Right over here we're gonna select BF50. Actually, I already did it. So what you're gonna do when you're gonna open the window, it's gonna be looking like this. So, and we just need to add our BF equals to 50. So, and then we hit save and close the window. So right now let's go ahead and run our PSpice simulation again. In this window you can switch back and forth, but I have to make sure I have my BJT characteristic bias simulation running. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our file, and we scroll down right over here. Alright, now we're interested in Q break N, right? Our BF is 50 right now. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll down all the way right here, and Q break N right here, that's what we're interested in again. And then let's go ahead and see our beta. Our beta also changed. So our beta right now is 50, and our operating point is actually changed as well. IC and VB, so, and VC of course. So this is concludes pretty much this tutorial.